Me is Queen Haru, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ask An Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Now, today I wanted to talk to you guys about relationships. Now, a lot of times I speak about relationships because most of my clients that come to me ask about love. That is out of all the readings I've done thousands of readings. And out of all the readings I've done for the entire years that I've been doing readings since day one, the most important questions have been love and money. Everybody wants to know about love and money. So I have been privy to so many conversations about relationships that is crazy. Um, People often ask me, like, how do I feel qualified to talk about relationships even though I'm never in one? And that's why, because I've listened to thousands of different scenarios and helped countless people figure out what was going on and how to fix it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not in a relationship, because I see all that it takes and I really don't think I'm built like that. I don't really think I got it in me right this second, but I'm working towards it. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about relationships because the other day I got a call from a friend, and my friend is a Scorpio, and she's in a relationship with a Taurus. And she told me that they broke up. Now, they've been married for like 12 years. And she told me that they broke up and she moved out. And so I said, well, is it over, or is it just a little, separation? And she said, I'm not really sure. And I said, well, why don't you guys go to couples therapy? If there's still a possibility that it's not over. And he's not a bad guy. She's not a bad girl. They're just incompatible, according to both of them. So my thing is that why don't you guys go to couples counseling? So she said that she discussed it with him, and he doesn't want to break up, but he doesn't want to go to couples counseling because he feels like he doesn't have any issues, that all of the issues are hers. And I was like, It's two really big mistakes with that thought process. First of all, if you're in a relationship and your relationship is not going the way that you want it to go, you have two options: fix the relationship or move on with your life. And it seems to me like a lot of people, especially men, women do this too, but I've seen it a lot with men. They want to keep the relationship, but don't want to work on the relationship. So it just further and further deteriorates until there's no longer a relationship. Or both people just kind of decide to put up with each other, to settle for each other, because they don't want to have to find somebody else. So they live out the rest of their days miserable with this person who they just can't work things out with. So I know that a lot of people are in that situation. So I wanted to talk about this today and tell you that that is ridiculous. It is ridiculous to stay in a relationship that you're not happy in. It is ridiculous to stay with a person and not work on making things better if you've identified that there is a problem. It's ridiculous. So I wanted to encourage you guys. If you're with a person, if you're in love with a person, if you're in a relationship with a person, both of you need to work on the relationship. And if it means talking to a third party or doing something along those lines, go ahead and do it. Because it looks like to me this couple is going to lose each other. And they're going to lose each other because of the fact that he's unwilling to work on the relationship. Because let's say for a millisecond that the problems are all hers. He's still not dealing with them, addressing them, and responding to them right. So even if it is all her, he needs to get some help to see how to deal with her. How can you lovingly be in this relationship, even if it is her? And to be honest with you, it's not all her. It's 50-50. So he needs to understand that, but he don't. So let's just start from the part that we do understand. There's a problem and it needs to be addressed. So even if the problem in the relationship is not you, you still should go see someone or work on whatever way you want to work on it. See someone, get a self-help book, do something. It just seems to me, like I said before, so many people are just willing to not do anything. And they come to me and they're miserable year after year after year after year. And I'm just saying, don't do that to yourself. Work on the relationship together or move on. Because if the two of you can't work on a relationship together, you don't have a partnership. You have a codependency or a roommate or something along those lines, but you don't have a partnership. You don't have a real relationship. You don't have a real marriage. You see? So work on it or go about your business. Why would you hold on to a person that is not working with? Free yourself and free them to find somebody who will be their partner, or for you to find somebody who will be your partner. And also, if you're not in a partnership, this is a great time to learn how to be a partner and how to choose a good partner. For those of us who are single, this is the perfect time for that. And that's what I've been working on. Myself being a good partner. And how do I find or choose or manifest or draw to me somebody who's a good partner? Those are the questions I ask myself in meditation. So if you're single, that's where our beginning is. That's where we start our race. But if you're already in a relationship for any significant amount of time and it's not working, don't stay on a sinking ship. Patch up the holes or get off the ship. You see? And I think that a lot of people don't, out of fear. Codependency is a big part of this, a huge part. And for those of you who aren't sure about codependency, Google it and read about it. Because for a lot of people, that's truthfully what it is. The bottom line is that they're dependent on each other, not just one person, but both of them. And because they're dependent on whatever it is they're getting from each other, they don't let go. Even when it's unhealthy, even when it's dysfunctional, even when it's abusive, they don't let go. And what do I mean by dependency? Well, for example, one partner is usually two different reasons. Usually one partner is there for one thing and the other partner is there for another. So let's say I'm staying with you because I'm financially unable to move on, even though I know you're not a good person for me, but financially speaking, I just can't live on my own. The other partner could be staying with me because they're an alcoholic and I'm covering up the mistakes that they're making when they're drunk. You see? So they don't love me or want to be with me either, but I'm helping them with a problem that they're having. And they're helping me with a financial problem that I'm having. So we really don't love each other. That's why we're not really working on a relationship. But we're together, we're roommates, may even be having sex, might even have kids. But there's no partnership between the two of us. And therein lies the problem. So a lot of people are codependent, and some people are in a partnership and they really do love each other, but there's all this fear. There's all this fear of, what if I say this and she doesn't like it? What if I tell her and she pulls away from me? What if I tell him and he gets angry with me? So all this fear, and they don't say anything, and they live with this year after year after year. I mean, you guys, I do readings every day. And like 80% of the people who are having a problem fall into one of these categories. So I just want to encourage those of you who are out there that you have to move on or work with your partner to fix the relationship. Don't stay in a situation that isn't healthy for you, because that's going to be further damaging to you as you move forward. Every day that you stay with somebody who's abusive, every day that you stay with somebody that you're just codependent on, every day that you stay with somebody that's dysfunctional is another day that you harm yourself. Another day that you're not giving yourself love. And another day that you harm the other person. Think about it, guys. Take care.